Hello guys, today I have a new Duel replay for you guys. Today I'm playing Shaddoll Pure with the Synchron engine and my opponent is playing Guard Dragon. Yeah, to start off, I'm beginning in this game. My hand is like okay, I have an El Shaddoll fusion, but the problem is I'm missing a Shaddoll monster. I have no Shaddoll monster in my hand, but I have the Gale Dogra, which is like pretty risky, but it can give me access to a Shaddoll monster. And I also have Schism, which is like a really good card, also when you draw it. But if you have no Shaddoll monster, it's like a bad thing. But I also have Ogre and Crow, but my hand can be stopped right here by just one single hand trap on the Gale Dogra. Yeah, but the good thing is my opponent plays a combo deck. His opening is like really good. If he would have gone first, he would have swept me. I think those hand traps wouldn't be enough, I think, to stop him. But yeah, unfortunately for me, I'm going first. So yeah, I'm just starting by normal summoning Gale Dogra, using its effect, paying 3000. He has obviously no hand trap because he's playing combo. I'm sending Epcalone, adding with Epcalone the Squamata to my hand, then discarding Squamata, then with Squamata I'm sending Hedgehog, and then getting another Squamata to my hand with Hedgehog. And I'm doing this right here to get my Shaddoll filled up, to get my graveyard filled up with Shaddoll monsters, so I can use Schism for like 2 or 3 turns to have enough resources in my grave. And I also added back the Squamata that I can fuse with it in the next turn with El Shaddoll Fusion. So yeah, I'm just gonna set those 2 fusions and then end my turn. Yeah, I'm doing this because I think a quick play window is like way better than just a laid down window. So yeah, it's his turn. He starts by using the Black Metal Dragon. On the summon, I decide to just use Shaddoll Schism. I think this is alright here to just immediately go into winter. So if he links this guy away, he already has his 1 special summon done and cannot get out the big red ice dragon with 2800 attack that he can just into with the metal dragon he can't attack then into my winter and out. So I'm doing this right on the summon of the black metal dragon. And I'm also sending the Black Metal Dragon with Schism. Or maybe I'm not. Oh no, I didn't. I wanted him to commit his special summon, his 1 left special summon. So I decided not to send it. I think this was the right decision to not send it. Because then he could have special summoned something from his hand with Boot Sector, with Quick Launch or something like that. So I think it was the right decision. He searched for the Black Metal Dragon and also the Boot Sector launch, and yeah, then his turn is over. And here you can see like how easily this deck can stop like those big combo decks if they go first, because it's just 1 window is all you need, because they cannot really get over it. They have like a full stacked hand right here. You can do like everything with this hand in Dragon Link, but yeah, you have like no chance because you can't really out the window. And even if they can out this 1 window with maybe like a top deck of an impermanence, which would also help right here, because I quick played the window when he already committed something on his board. So maybe, I don't know, Droplet or something like that would have helped, but I would have still have another window then. So yeah, this wasn't really good for him. So yeah, I draw, I top deck Shaddoll Core, which is not that great because normally I want to send it with the Squamata to add back my fusions, but I think it's okay in the situation because I'm like in the driver's seat because I have the window on the board. And yeah, then I link away Winda and Gale Dogra for the Cross Sheep. So Winda's effect can trigger, but yeah, there's nothing in my grave, but I can still special summon them. Then I use Shaddoll Schism, and yeah, I decide to banish the Winda and also the Gale Dogra to special summon the Shekinaga. I really like Shekinaga when it comes down to this to the situations where you just want to defend your windows and stuff like that, and also have like attack points to finish the game. He can obviously not attack directly because he was summoned with Schism, but now I can also trigger the Cross Sheep, and yeah, Shekinaga can just get rid of the core and then add back stuff. So I think Shekinaga was a good choice here, and I'm special summoning back the Shaddoll Hedgehog. Then I use El Shaddoll Fusion to fuse Squamata and also Hedgehog. And yeah, because I haven't used Hedgehog in this turn, I can still use both effects and special summon another Winda. Then I search another Squamata with Hedgehog, and with the Squamata I lay Wendy in the graveyard and special summon the beast, so I'm set up for next turn. So yeah, then I just go into battle phase, attack with the Shekinaga, attack with Cross Sheep and also the Winder. And yeah, then it's his turn. I'm like really good right here. I have 2 hand traps. I have the cards for Shekinaga to discard to negate effects of special summon monsters, and I have like enough cards in my graveyard to fuse with Schism. Yeah, so it's his turn. He top decks actually Levianeer, which is like a really good top deck so to outwinder. He knows the Dark Worm and decides to banish it for the Black Metal Dragon, so he can actually out my Winder. He just does that, it goes into battle phase, attacks me, I lose 800, but then Winder triggers and gives me back the Ultra Fusion. I thought about using a Winder right here because combo decks play triple tactic talents, and it's sometimes risky to use those effects because when I make my next Shaddoll Winder, they can just take it with the triple tactic talents, so I'm like in a really bad situation then. But I decided against it and still use it because I thought I was pretty safe with like Ogre and also Crow in my hand and also the Shekinaga on the field. So yeah, I decided I can still win if they have triple tactic talents. So yeah, but he has no triple tactic talents, and then uses the effect of the Black Metal Dragon. I chain my Shaddoll Schism, banish 2 Shaddoll monster, and go for another Winder. And yeah, then he actually just decides to tribute summon. Oh no, sorry, this is no tribute summon. It's obviously the Sand of Schism. I always forget it that I can send like monsters, so I just sent the Black Metal Dragon because it's like dark and he specials from his hand the Absoluta Dragon. It's like a good choice of him because it has like 2800 defense and I currently can't get over it that easily. Then he just decides to set the Quick Launch to be able to special summon in the next turn because, yeah, obviously he has only one special summon. Then it's my turn. I top deck Lamia, which is like, okay. I flip the Shaddoll Beast, use its effect. So I have like another 2200 monster, which I can attack with and also can draw 2. And yeah, just discard 1, get another Shaddoll effect, send the Incarnation, which is like the best card for the grind game. And I'm preparing right here for the grind game, so I send the Incarnation. Yeah, then I use the Allure of Darkness, draw another 2, banish the Lamia, because I don't really need the Needle Fiber play right here, because I have the Winder and I want to sit on it. Yeah, then I just go into the battle phase, use the Ultra Fusion in the battle phase, and fusion the Ogre and also the Hedgehog to special summon the Construct. The Construct is like the best way to get over this card, because it's like a special summon card, and Construct can just destroy those cards. Then I add with the Hedgehog the Falco and send with the Construct the Dragon. I try to shoot the Quick Launch then, but he chains it for another, what is this guy? Exploder Rocket Dragon. I haven't seen this card before, but he's actually playing like a little different version of a Dragon Link deck. You will see that in the second game. His board is like really weird. Yeah, then I just attack over the Construct, use the effect of Construct, and he searches for Absoluta Dragon, then I attack over with Shekinaga, and also with Winder Direct. Which is like a mistake. I couldn't attack there with Winder Direct, but he still scoops because this game was obviously over for him. So yeah, but I couldn't have attacked directly with Winder, but I think it didn't matter right there. So yeah, siding is now in progress. I think I sided in some Draw Lockbirds and also Lightning stuff to Lightning Storm. I think I sided out the entire Synchron engine so that I just have more space to have more good going second cards that make it able for me to just play the game. So yeah, he obviously goes first and lets me go second, and my hand right here is like really not good. Rishadon Incarnation really doesn't help me as a starter. Also the one Squamata is not good alone. And yeah, but I have like 2 draws. Obviously you only need 1. And also the Lightning Storm can help. But his hand is also not optimal, but it's like alright. and also against Duel, it's like really good because he already has the Red Eyes Darkness Metal and also the Divine Lance. So this helps like a lot when you get Drolled. But yeah, and he also has a Starlight Seaford. So yeah, he starts by adding a Black Garden. This is, as I said, it's like a bit different version. Maybe the bit different board comes because of the Troll and Lockbird that I threw. Maybe it was like way better than I thought, but he can still play like pretty consistently through it. He goes for the Black Metal, obviously cannot search, but he already has the Red Eyes in his hand. He banishes the Striker Dragon, he cannot search for the Boot Sector with the Striker Dragon. And he just gets back to Black Metal and also summons the token on my side from the Black Garden. And yeah, it just fills my board with the Black Garden. I think this was like his tactic to make my board like filled, because I'm obviously like a fusion deck and not playing that many link monsters. He hasn't seen my my synchro combo yet, so maybe he anticipates that I can't get rid of those tokens, and he's actually right. I have no link 2 that can that needs like the tokens. They all need effect monsters. So yeah, he continues with the Divine Lance that he drew, special summons the Phalanx, then can go into Link Cross, right here business as usual, and yeah, goes into Metal Marcher. With Metal Marcher he special summons back the Phalanx. Then links those 2 away for the Needle Fiber, use the effect of Needle Fiber, specials the Red Rose Dragon, and yeah. Then links away the Red Rose Dragon and also a token, synchros it away for the Herald, and then goes for the Black Rose Dragon, the White Rose Dragon, that gets special from the Black Glows, and yeah, then it goes for the LP, Phalanx, goes into Striker, uses LP to special summon a Rocket Tracer, which is like an interesting choice right here. I would have maybe used another card, but then he continues like a play that I'm not really understanding, because he would have won right here, I think, if he would have just gone to like the Heretic Seal and Borrowed Savage Dragon. I think that would have been enough to kill me, but he goes into this Drillingorous Dragon from the Rockets. I don't really know why. Yeah, and then he uses the Rocket Tracer and special summons the Exploder Rocket Dragon. I don't really know why. He should have just gone into the Borrowed Savage Dragon, and he links all of those stuff away for Borsword Dragon, and then goes into Pisty and special summons with Pisty, and yeah, gets back the Rocket Tracer and also that Drillingorous Dragon. Then links those 2 away for another the Quadro Boreal Dragon, and yeah, then use the effect of Borsword and targets the Exploder Rocket Dragon, which then can use its effect. We both lose 2000 then. And he can special summon another Rocket Tracer in the end phase. But I think that this is like really not that necessary to do this play right here. He should have just gone for the Rocket Tracer, destroy something, and then go for the Borrowed Savage Dragon. This would have been like so much better. But yeah, I don't really know the thought process right here. Then it's my turn. I draw the El-Shaddoll Fusion, which like really helps in the situation, because I can actually fuse with those tokens. They are dark. I decide to just straight go into the battle phase and just crush my tokens into this 1000 attack monster, so I will lose 200 for each of them, so it's like 1000 that I will lose, but I think it's like worth, so because I can use the Lightning Storm after that. And he decides to use the Borsword Dragon on the last token to just go into defense, so I can't use like Lightning Storm or stuff like that. It's made, no, it's not main phase 2, it's still battle phase. I decided to actually use the El-Shaddoll Fusion and go for the fusion now, still in the battle phase, and fuse Squamata and also the 1 dark token for a Winder, and then use the effect of Squamata and send the Schism. And then I actually attack with the Winder in the Borsword Dragon, because it has doesn't have his effect anymore to hit something into defense mode, and just kill the Winder, get back the Schism. And then I can actually use the Lightning Storm. He chains the Rocket Tracer and kills one of his monsters to special summon another rocket monster in defense mode. But the Borsword and also the Drillingorous Dragon getting killed. Yeah, then I just decide to set Reshadoll Incarnation and also Shadow Schism. I'm like really good setup right here because I have like 2 Shadow monsters in my graveyard and also Incarnation, which can revive the Winder, and also Schism, which I can fuse with. Then it's his turn. Yes, then main phase, he just decides to instantly go into the Borrowed Savage Strength, which he should have done in the last turn, because now it's too late. I just chain to his effect the Shadow Schism and fuse into Winder, and then I can also send with Shadow Schism the Borrowed Savage Strength, and he won't have any negates. So this wasn't like a really good decision to not go for the Borrowed Savage Strength. But he still has like a Starlight Seaford, which he can search with, and he actually sends the one on the field and also the one in the hand, so he has like a level 8, so he can search for the Levianeer, but he has like still only 2 extra deck cards left, and yeah, that's like really hard to win for him right here, but the Levianeer obviously helps, and yeah, he special summons it, but also decides not to use its effect. He banished 3 dark, so his effect would have been shuffle 1 random card from your opponent's hand into the deck, so I think you should have done that. I mean, the draw doesn't help me right here, but I have 1 card, why not shuffle it back? So yeah, but he just goes in the battle phase and wants to out my Winder. I just let it happen because I can just easily get it back with Reshadoll Incarnation or fuse something. Actually, I cannot fuse because I don't play the Wind Shadow monster, but yeah, I think I'm still in a pretty good position. I get the El Shadow Fusion back with the Winder effect, and then in the end phase I decide to revive the Winder. Then it's my turn. I draw DD Crow, which is like okay because it's like actually a monster I can fuse with because it's like dark. And also Levianeer is dark, so if I fuse with Schism, I can send the Levianeer. So yeah, I'm thinking a bit right here, and then now summon the Crow, and Winder and Crow linking away into a Cross Sheep. Then I can add back the Reshadoll Incarnation, which is like the best grind game thing you can do. Reshadoll Incarnation and 1 Shadow monster in your graveyard is like an infinite grind. Then I use the Shadow Schism and also Crow, but then I realized that I actually have to banish the Crow and cannot get it back to fuse with it, but I can still get back the draw in my graveyard and also send with the Schism the Levianeer, which was like the biggest threat, the only threat he had, and I special summon back the Drawn Lockbird just because I can link with it next turn or something like that. And yeah, I realize I can't attack directly with that, so I only attack with Cross Sheep. Then I set those 2 cards, the Shadow Fusion and Reshadoll Incarnation. Basically, I won this game right here. Yeah, but he still has like the Safer, which he can get back the Levianeer, which he also does, and try something, but then I just fuse into the Shekinaga, so he cannot use the effect to destroy my stuff or something like that. So yes, I get back the Shadow Fusion, so now I have like a Shekinaga, which he can't out with the Chaos Dragon Levianeer because I can negate the effect, and he cannot attack over it. So yeah, he special summons the Levianeer, attacks into my Drawn Lockbird, so yeah, dies, but then I still use the Incarnation, get back the Winder, and yeah, my train was like rolling. So he realized that he had like no chance to win this game anymore because he had like only 2 cards left in his extra deck. His graveyard was full though, but he could have added the Levianeer back in the next turn, but yeah, it wouldn't have gotten better for him because I still had like 1 card in the hand to link. I could have gone for the link cross by normal summoning the Drawn Lockbird, going into link 2, then go into link cross, and then I had like my light monsters to fuse with a Schism or El Shadow Fusion, and then I would have easily outed this Levianeer and eventually would have won the game. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This is like the end of the game. I won like the 2 rounds, the 2 games. Yeah. If you guys want to send in replays, maybe you had like a really good game and yeah, want me to review it, you can do that. You can just post a dueling book link into the comments if you want, and I can just take a look at it and maybe see if it's like a good duel, and maybe then I will review it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and stay tuned until the next video.